The New Orleans Pelicans and the Big 870 WWL proudly presents Pelicans Weekly. It's a weekly radio magazine focused on the Pelicans, the fans, and the NBA. We'll get the latest from Pelicans players, coaches, and front office staff. Plus, we'll check in with our experts around the league. Tonight's show is brought to you by Smoothie King, Rule the Day, Chevron, the human energy company, by Energy, we power life, and by New Age Products, official garage and outdoor kitchen provider of the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans Weekly on the Big 870 starts now. Here's your host, Gus Kattengell.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Gus Kattengell, and welcome to Pelicans Weekly, where we will recap the week that was, take a look at the week ahead, and pretty much everything in between. Coming up in 10 minutes, the voice of the Pelicans, Todd Graffagnini, sits down with guard Brandon Boston. So how did the team do since we last chatted? Well, the Pelicans went 0-4. The team currently on a 5-game losing streak. It all started last Tuesday in Dallas, the team facing a trio of potential future Hall of Famers with the Mavs, and it was just a little bit too much to overcome.
What you've got to do in this building is survive the early onslaught. I've been in here where they've scored 40 in the first quarter and the game effectively was over. You got to guard against that tonight. Thompson pulls up right elbow and down, and it's already 6-0 on cue. Willie Green takes a timeout. Step back left wing three. How do you defend that? You can't. It's indefensible. Jump feed out to Grimes, bounce pass to Najee. He'll go left baseline, Euro in, kick it to Grimes at the buzzer for three. Absolutely. And that's how you end the first quarter, as the Pelicans allow 44 points in the first.
132-91 was your final. Here is head coach Willie Green on the loss.
I mean, we got beat. There's no way around it. You know, our guys went out, they played hard, but we got beat tonight, and we have to go back, watch some film on it, and see what areas that we can improve on.
All right, so it was on to Cleveland for a back-to-back. Oh, by the way, nothing like getting to your room at 3 a.m. But nobody cares. In the NBA, the team getting a big-time performance from rookie Antonio Reeves, who was going back and forth with Cleveland's Ty Jerome, who had 29 points.
Reeves off the cut, drives in, off the glass, got it. Antonio Reeves is gaining confidence by the second. He's trying to match Ty Jerome. Jerome's got 18. Reeves has 17. Another three. Ty Jerome. Jerome. 21 points in the half. Logo three. Jerome. Yes, sir. He is smiling a storm. Best first half of his entire life. As Reeves looking for the heat check. Left wing three. He got it. His first career 30-point game, and he does it on his 24th birthday. This is a 24 hours I'd like to forget.
I hear you. 128-100, the final. Local Elfrid Payton signed to the team during the day, started that night, and finished with 11 points and 8 assists. Antonio Reeves with 34 points. Now, coach saying afterwards those two performances was what he took away from the loss.
Yeah, two seasons. So just extremely proud of him and super grateful that, get him back in the NBA, actually where he belongs. He's an NBA point guard. And then Antonio Reeves coming off the bench, 34 points, played him 40 minutes. So those are some bright spots. But the guys, they went out and they fought.
As for Payton, what was it like to get back on the court and get those minutes?
Oh, it felt good. Felt good out there, just like I remembered it. I'm excited to get out there and play. Just grateful for that. But I felt good, man. I felt good.
And what about Reeves getting a chance to play 40 minutes to drop those 34?
It means a lot. It means really everything. Coaches have faith in me. Players have faith in me. And I just went out there and played, gave it all I got, 100%. And, it's my birthday. I had to show up. But, I just went out there and competed.
All right, so the 2 road games didn't go according to plan. Maybe some home cooking against the top seed in the Western Conference was what you needed. And I'll tell you what, the folks over at the Smoothie King Center got themselves a solid game.
Trey, get it out long to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Brandon, whip it to JRE right of the top 3.
Yes! Yes!
These are the open looks that the Pelicans have had a plethora of and hadn't been able to make.
Into Boston for three. Right corner, nothing but net. Great bounce pass from Elfrid Payton. All right, Moody's in the back court. Green is on the left hash mark. Need a steal. Green trying to get it into Steph. And we steal it with Boston.
Go.
Up the floor, Murphy with 8. Left corner, Ingram, 1 dribble. Back to Trey, catching 2 left wing 3. Front iron. Rebound on the deck. Still on the deck. Foul.
Trey Murphy with 24 points, but missing that 3 at the end that could have won it.
Felt great. Biggest thing is it's hard to live with that when you're short, like when you miss short, especially for a shooter. Like if I would miss it long, obviously I don't want to miss it at all, especially playing against them and in a cup game as well. But, missing it short really hurts a lot. So, it is what it is. On to the next one.
How about the play of Jeremiah Robinson-Earl? A double-double, 19 points, 12 rebounds.
Yeah, just trust the work that I put in, and the coaches, the players, we do a great job putting each other in positions to be successful. So, it's a stay-ready mentality, and just, like I said, I love playing basketball and being able to be out there with my friends and homeboys, being able to hoop. It's a lot of fun.
So almost an upset, but still a loss. Head coach Willie Green.
The guys, I told them in the locker room that our game plan, discipline, and execution was at a high level tonight. And that's progress for us. Now, we still came up short a few plays down the stretch. To your point, Graf, knock some free throws down. Maybe the ball bounces our way. That last, 3 that we tried to get off. So there's some things that, we can clean up coming down the stretch, but, they battled their tails off. We're proud of them. Unfortunately, in the NBA, there's just no moral victories, still a tough loss on our home floor.
All right, so no game on Saturday and Sunday. Monday on the road, the team would go to take on the Indiana Pacers, and we would be treated to a special performance from a West Bank native.
Now get it to Payton in front of the center circle. Pick from Daniel Tice. Elfrid floats it up high and dunked down by Daniel Tice. So Elfrid Payton with a beautiful lob to Tice, and it's 2-0. Now Payton, bounce feed to Murphy. He'll drive right baseline and throw it down with 2 hands. Another beautiful bounce pass from Elfrid Payton. Steal Messi with 3, with 2. Can he dunk it down? He will, with 9/10 of a second left in the second quarter. Whips it to Murphy, drives down the lane, and he will tomahawk it down. Payton drives on Brown, underneath the hoop, reverse layup, got it. Elfrid Payton. 8 points, 7 rebounds, 15 assists. Jackson's in double figures with 12. McCollum running right-hand floater now. Back tapped out, taken by Siakam. Siakam had a steam. Picked up his dribble to Halliburton for 3. Dagger. Timeout Willie Green. Hook pass to McCollum. Catch and shoot left angle. 3 down. C.J. McCollum buries it. Assist number 19 for Elfrid Payton.
114-110 was your final. Now, that highlights of the night was obviously the play of Elfrid Payton. Head coach Willie Green.
EP was fantastic. His ability to create quality shots offensively for his teammates, to control the game. Defensively, he's scrappy, he's sound, he can guard, 1 through 5 if need be. Really, really grateful to have him with our group.
Pretty remarkable that you think that Elfrid Payton really hasn't been on the team this long, yet he's kind of feeling comfortable on the court enough to give all those dishes out. What's the secret?
Yeah, I think it's part of naturally who I am and how I play the game, how I see the game. I think it's easy for guys to gravitate to me, and I think I got their trust early to know that I'm trying to get them easier looks. And then we just kind of go from there. We just kind of build each day, practice, whether it's just talking. Like you said, throwing it that kind of fast, but I do my best to try and talk on the side, on the plane, whenever we get a little time. And like you said, watching film, stuff like that. So.
And welcome back to C.J. McCollum. First game back since October 23rd. He was also impressed with what Payton was able to do.
We got some 5-on-5 in as he was ramping up and as I was ramping up. So you understand the vision, the understanding of the poise he has, pick and roll. Obviously, he's a great playmaker, one of the best I've seen in terms of getting the paint, making decisions. Never really sped up, can throw the lob, got the backdoor pass. He got the roll replace. One of the best passes I've ever seen.
When we come back, Todd Graffagnini has this week's player interview. It's guard Brandon Boston, and you'll hear that conversation next when we come back, as you're listening to Pelicans Weekly on WWL.
Get down.
Welcome back to Pelicans Weekly. Here's the voice of the New Orleans Pelicans, Todd Graffagnini, with this week's interview.
Welcome back to Pelicans Weekly. Todd Graffagnini with you, now joined on the show by Pelicans guard Brandon Boston. First of all, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. And look, just get into your time early here in New Orleans. You know, it says two-way player by your name, but you're certainly not playing that way, and you might use up your 50 games before too long because of the minutes and the games you've been playing. It's been awesome to watch you.
I'm just very grateful and thankful for the opportunity that God and this team has just given me, and I just go out there every game just to play my best on both sides of the floor and contribute to the team in a way that we can put ourselves in for a win.
Well, you certainly have done that, and you've done it really since day one, but it wasn't your basic run-of-the-mill process to get to New Orleans because you weren't even here during training camp. How did that all come about?
So the last, I would say I had a training camp deal with the Spurs. So I did the first 3 months of training camp with the Spurs, preseason with them. You know, just learned a lot from Pop, from that coaching staff over there, just to be professional and learning how to play the right way. And I feel like them waiving me just opened up another opportunity for the Pelicans to grab me. So just coming here, I try to apply everything I learned there to just my game now.
You're a kid, grew up in Norcross, Georgia, North Atlanta, very competitive state, obviously a lot of talent. And then you went to California right before you got the call from Kentucky. What was it like getting the call from Coach Cal and having an opportunity to be a Wildcat?
You know, it was amazing. You know, I actually committed the year, my junior year before I went to Cali. So it was just amazing, you know, going there and seeing how they work, seeing how serious they were. I feel like it was just a great opportunity for me to go and showcase my game and get better.
Played at Rupp Arena. I mean, it's a legendary place, but I mean, basketball is a religion in Lexington. That had to have been just on a daily basis, just the personal experience of you being there every single day.
Honestly, it was a kind of a crazy year because of COVID.
Right.
So COVID really, I wouldn't say messed a lot of things up, but it changed the college scene that year. So honestly, me personally, I don't feel like I had a real college experience, but I made the best of it. You know, I made relationships that I still hold on strong to this day. So that's all I can ask for.
Well, you spent 1 year there, and then you decided to go into the draft. What made that decision for you? As far as I'm ready to try to give the NBA a shot.
NBA was always my goal, and I felt like me just having the opportunity to kick the door in, that's all I really need, because I feel like once I come here, train with professionals, train with veterans, like it's going to give me a better opportunity and a better experience than playing 4 years of college. I'm not knocking anybody that does 4 years of college because that's their journey, but I feel like I knew exactly what I wanted, and that's what I did. Talking
with Brandon Boston, you know, you go with the Clippers to start out, and I have a great memory and I remembered your name from the beginning because you were one of the rare people to play a G League game in the afternoon and a real game that night, and it was against the Pelicans. And I'm like, that's got to be a pretty cool thing to do. Did they tell you that was going to happen, or it just worked out that way?
Nah, I mean, yeah, the communication was always there, so we knew that it was a chance, but to actually do it, you know, it just shows the love of the game that I have, or the love that I have for the game. So just playing in the morning, playing at night just reminds me of AAU, honestly.
You, with the Clippers, were around Hall of Fame players. You know, you talk about Westbrook and Harden and Paul George, Kawhi. That just had to be, James Harden, just unbelievable experience to be around those guys. What did you learn from being around those players on a daily basis?
Just learning how to be professional, you know, carry it away, whereas you can get better every day. You control what you control and just be the best player you can be. And those guys instilled the mindset. I already had the killer mindset, but, you know, they sharpened my tools, showed me how to work and be a great teammate.
Well, here you are in New Orleans, and everyone is glad to have you here. And you've quite honestly been needed with all the injury situations that we've had, but you've made the most of your opportunity. Isn't that what it's all about?
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about, just staying ready, you know. That's why every day, morning and night, I come in, get my shots up, get my rest, get my treatment, get my recovery, and just do the right things to whereas I'm ready when my number is called.
You ever seen anybody have 21 assists in a game before like Payton did last night?
I'm not gonna lie, that was probably, I think John Wall had 19. That's the most I've seen. But other than that, I ain't gonna lie, that's a point guard right there for you. As a point guard, knowing where his guys are, having the passes right on the money, so it's great having EP.
It's got to be good for you as a player, too, on this team, having, now maybe a light at the end of the tunnel with everybody starting to come back, because it's just been really tough without your guys. It's just tough to win in this league.
It is. So with everybody coming back, we just continue to come in with the same energy, same mindset, same winning habits, and just try to stack the games together.
Well, again, it's been great to watch you on a day-to-day basis. We know how hard you work, and continued success. And thanks again for being a part of the New Orleans Pelicans and being a part of this community.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys.
All right, that's BJ Boston here on Pelicans Weekly. We'll send it back to Gus Kattengill. He'll wrap it up after this. You're listening to Pelicans basketball on WWL.
Pels fans, be sure to catch the New Orleans Pelicans podcast, dropped every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now back to Pelicans Weekly and our host, Gus Kattengill.
Our thanks to Todd Graffagnini and Brandon Boston for giving us a few minutes. Pels fans, he's back. DeJounte Murray went through a full practice on Tuesday, and all indications are he is going to play tonight against the Toronto Raptors. DJ, and what it was like to be away, some things you know, some things you didn't know.
First and foremost, it was tough. I appreciate the Pelicans leaving a lot of stuff private. During that, before the first game, my mom, she had a stroke, so it was tough to, leave and go deal with that. And then as she got better, to come back and, she wanted me to come play. As she got better, she wanted me to come play. So I came back the first game, and I think it was just God, like, nah, you need to stay with your mom, so it was a lot going on to it, man, a lot. The injury comes with the game. I was more concerned about my mother. That was my priority, because I know how much I work, how much I take care of my body. So I wasn't really worried about, myself as far as recovering and all those different things. But, it's been a long 4 or 5 weeks. I'm excited. My mom's great. I'm healthy. I'm ready to go, ready to, help this team compete, at a high level every single night. So, that's really that.
Obviously, that is not something easy to deal with one way, shape, or form. How did he deal with it from a mental aspect?
I mean, I've been through so much, man. I'm numb to a lot. I understand my position. I believe in God. So, over time, as I mature, grow up, I like I said, I believe in God. So, things happen for a reason. And, I pretty much take care of my mental, being around my family, my kids, so that's important. And like this, doing what I love to do, that was the tough part. Obviously, like I said, my mother, and then being away from basketball, it just was 2 lessons back and forth. But like I said, man, everything happens for a reason. I'm excited, and that's that.
And obviously, he, like so many Pelicans so far this season, have had to deal with that injury bug.
I mean, it's tough. It's things, you control what you can control. I think nobody in this organization, obviously players don't want to be hurt, sitting out games. So, handle your business, do your recovery, your rehab, whatever you got to do, and get back doing what you love to do. So, like I said, you control what you control. Nobody wants to be hurt. That's the most important. And, things happen. It's part of the sport, part of the game. So, it happens to a lot of people.
So we was asked, what's it going to be like to finally get back on the court, hear his name and player intros, and finally get back on the court and play a little basketball?
Now I'm ready to hoop, play for my mother. She's going to be watching. She's doing well. And then obviously play for the Pelicans, I'm ready to compete, bring that winning spirit, no excuses. I don't care who's down. I don't care how many games we lost. I just know every time I step on the floor, I feel like, we can win games. That's just my mentality, and I feel like it can help carry over to a lot of guys. And that's it, just go out and take it one game at a time. And, the most important thing is trying to get healthy. But at the end of the day, it's next man up in this league. I'm going to forever stand by that. If guys is out, that means there's guys that need to step up.
Oh, I can't wait to see him step back onto the court. As for the Pelicans, 4 more games to play by the time we meet again. And they're going to face Toronto, as you know, tomorrow night at the SKC. Friday, they'll be in Memphis for the first of 3 straight on the road. Knicks on Sunday at MSG. That's a 5 o'clock tip. Then the Hawks at Atlanta on Monday and a 6:30 tip time. Our thanks to Brandon Boston for joining us. For Todd Graffagnini, I'm Gus Kattengell, and we will see you next week for another episode of Pelicans Weekly right here on WWL.
Pelicans Weekly was brought to you by Smoothie King. Rule the day. Ochsner Health System, the official healthcare provider of the New Orleans Pelicans. Keesler Federal Credit Union, official credit union of the New Orleans Pelicans. SeatGeek, get your seat in a seat. And Morris Bart. If you know, you know. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week on Pelicans Weekly, right here on WWL. Let's go, Pels.